Hey guys, how are you and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna show you today how I'm gonna use for the first time my Jaclyn Hill brushes with morphs. If you hear noises in the back, it's because everyone is working around my apartment, so it's been difficult for me to sit and film, but I've been wanting to film this video because I wanted to try these brushes with you guys. So that's why I have butt face, just my brows done and my Dior lip glow. So if you want to see these brushes in action, then just keep on watching. I've been using a brush for my foundation lately, so I'm gonna use the 03 brush. I've been enjoying the BB cream sort of look, and this brush is so soft. It's better than the F80 by Sigma that I've been using, and this is just my first impressions, but looking up close on the mirror, I can say that it blended my foundation beautifully. It didn't leave any streaks. And I know this is not a full coverage foundation, it's just a BB cream, but that's the foundation that I've been using every day. So this is working perfectly. So far this is a hit, and it's the 03 if you're gonna buy them just separately. For concealer, I just apply my NARS Radiant Creamy with the doe foot applicator that it comes with, and now I'm going to use the same brush that I use for foundation to try and blend my concealer. This brush just worked fine for that, and I love the way it blends my foundation and my concealer. It looks seamless. I'm into the more natural look, so I like what I see. Something that I loved a ton for the eye brushes that the full kit came with is that most of them are blending brushes. For me, that's super important. I prefer not to have a shader brush or just a pencil brush, but I always need to have different sizes of blending brushes. And this kit has all of the sizes that you will need. Maybe I would like an even smaller one, but you can see right here that this sort of pencil brush looks more like a blending brush than a pencil brush. It's not that precise. And the palette that I'm gonna use is this one right here, which is the Anastasia Norvina palette. I know that you guys have probably seen this everywhere, but this palette I've been loving. I've already used it also on my kit. So I'm gonna grab the shade Base with the 33 brush, which is sort of like the Sigma E25, one of my favorite brushes. And I'm gonna just start to set my lid to help all the other colors blend. So far the brush is a good one. It's super soft. It wasn't scratchy at all. So another one that I would definitely approve of. For the crease, I'm going in with the 36 and I think Eccentric, which is this shade right here. And I'm just gonna create a quick but beautiful halo eye. This blending brush is one of those that I would use not only to place the color and pack it on the places where I want to blend it. It's just a blush that will pack the color and blend it at the same time. So I can just tap it to press the color in and get the pigmentation that I want, and then just swipe it to blend it on the spot. So it's also soft. I love the price point of Morphe brushes, but I have a few that are a little bit scratchy, so I don't tend to get overexcited for them. That's why I wanted to first try them and tell you my thoughts, my honest thoughts on the brushes. I think the collection looks almost perfect. I would love for it to have a lip brush and also a brow brush, and that would have made it even better. And a few brushes that are personal favorites I would add to this collection. I love the color of the handle, and I think it's a classy sort of look for the brushes, being white and silver. To place the same color on the lower lash line, I'm going to be using the number 39, and this one is sort of the pencil brush that I was showing you before, but it has a little bit of movement, so it's not going to be like a stiff pencil brush. Okay, so this is packing color super nice, and it's blending it as we go. And this is going to be a good brush to a really smoky lower lash line. To pack color on the center of the lid, I'm going to use the number 41. So I'm going to go ahead and use Celestial, which is the purple shimmer. Oh, this is a pretty shade. I actually like that. And then to remove the fallout, I will use the 07 brush. Now grabbing number 43, I'm gonna grab the shade Passion, and I'm gonna use this to line my upper lash line and my lower lash line. Now before I finish my eyes, I'm gonna set my face and I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Pound Cake Baking Powder. The scent of this powder is super strong, FYI, but I love the way it sets my makeup, and I love the way it blurs out my pores and my skin. So I hate the scent, not because it's a bad scent, it's just because perfume makes me a little bit sick. This brush is gonna be one of the brushes that I use the most because I love these types of brushes, and I have a Luxie one that's similar to this one. I still prefer my airbrush brushes by Wayne Goss, but those are like in a whole new level, but for the price point, this is a good one. For my contour, I'm gonna use a powder foundation. This is a Colombian brand, I think, and it's called Donos. And I'm gonna use the 08 brush, and this is supposed to be the best contour brush in the world. I think it's this one. This reminds me a lot of the shape of the Kevyn Aucoin bronzer brush or contour brush. This powder is also a first impression, so if you wanna see Colombian products, I will start posting about them in my Spanish channel. So far, it's a good brush, but I still prefer my Ita brush by NARS because it's a more precise brush and I can define my nose with it. But I will use an eye blending brush just to do my nose to see how that works. So I'm using the 31. I can't say that I love it for my nose. I know I will love it for my eyes because of the shape, but I prefer my Ita brush for my nose. Maybe this defining brush will work. Let's see. I just think it's too stiff, but maybe it will work. Okay, this one I like it better, but still not as much as my Ita brush. Nothing can beat that. I love that brush. Maybe I will change my mind, but this is not gonna be one of the most used brushes from the collection. I'll have to try it with the baking powder right here as she uses it, but so far, the 10 one, it's just not a favorite. And the contour brush works fine, but I still prefer something like this to bronze up my face. It has to be more of a sort of a bigger brush. So I'm gonna use it with the same powder foundation, and I'm gonna bronze my face as I would because I love the blown out sort of bronzy look. These I already love. This is so good and so soft. This one, I'm loving it. My favorite so far. In a way, this brush is precise and fluffy. Perfect combination. For highlighter, I'm using Reflect Gilt by Tom Ford and the 09 brush, and this looks a lot like the other Morphe brushes that I have for highlighting, so I don't think it's gonna be that different, and it's a beautiful precise brush. Okay, yes, I'm loving this brush as well. This looks a lot like the 510, I think, by Morphe, so maybe it's the same one. I don't remember. I know she said that there were a few brushes that were the same and that she didn't want to change them because they were her favorite. I think the foundation brush and this one. I want to use this one for blush because I know she said this is a multi-purpose brush, but Wayne Goss had a holiday brush, I think it was last year, that it's similar to this one. This is the 06, and this is supposed to grab the perfect amount of color and not go overboard with the blush. And I think it's more fluffy than her blush brush, so this is why I wanted to use this for my blush today. This is another one that's super soft, and I'm loving the way it applies blush because it doesn't look harsh, you know? It's true, you can't go overboard. And this blush I've been wearing every day because it's part of my Project Progress that you guys haven't seen because I've been using them for a month, but I didn't have my computer. So I've been using this blush the most out of all of them, and you can go out of hand for sure. So if you don't really know how to apply your blush lightly, the 06 might help you. And it's super soft as well. I would love to use this to bronze my client's skin. I truly think it's a beautiful brush. And I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was just curious. Even though I love Wayne Goss brushes, I didn't even pick this one up because I was thinking, I don't see the point. I don't like the shape, but maybe I will pick it up after using this one. I think another thing that was missing from this collection, it's the dual fiber brush. I love dual fiber brushes, so if I ever made a brush collection, I would love to have different sizes of dual fiber brushes. So since I don't have a dual fiber one and I always buff my makeup, I'm gonna use the zero one, which is a huge powder brush, and I think this one is so soft and beautiful as well. I'm gonna use my Radiant Light by Hourglass, just grab a little bit of the powder and buff my skin. Okay, another love. This I liked, and I liked it to buff my face, strangely, because I always use dual fiber brushes, but I love the way it turned out, and I truly think this is a high quality brush. It's so soft, and the size, you can just apply your setting powder with it. I know it's gonna be a lot of people's must have this brush when you try it. Ah, it's so soft. It's not scratchy at all. I have to say, I have my Tom Ford brush, and this was like 100 and something dollars. And sometimes, even though it's a really soft brush, I feel like it makes me itchy. I don't know why, but these didn't give me that feeling at all. And this is one of my favorites, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I feel a little bit itchy when I'm using it. I don't know why. If that happens to you, let me know in the comments below. And this one I think I would use for bronzer as well. Even though it's not precise, I don't always want a precise bronzer. And I'm gonna use the 38 brush, which is another pencil brush, but this one is a little bit longer. And I'm gonna try and smoke it out and smudge it on my lower lash line. And for that, I'm gonna grab the shade Drama, which is this shimmery dark purple shade. Okay, so that can smoke a lower lash line super quick. Now I'm gonna use it to give depth to the outer B and how it works for that. I'm gonna first pack the color and then blend it just a little bit to give a little bit of depth. For the inner corner, I'm gonna use the number 42 and the shade Dreamer, which is this one right here, and it's a favorite for an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna grab, and that grabbed a lot. So I don't know if it's the shadow or the brush, but it grabbed a ton of product. Oh, but it plays it beautifully. I have an inner corner brush from Sigma, and when I saw this as an inner corner brush, I thought I'm not gonna like it. I prefer my Sigma one because it's smaller. It's a little bit scratchy, but it's smaller. And I actually think I'm gonna like this one more because it doesn't scratch my eyes, and you would think that it wouldn't be precise, but it's so precise. And I'm gonna use it to just highlight my brow bone as well. Same shade. And I still have 6 blending brushes that I haven't used. I'm gonna use the smaller one because this is one that I wanna play with, the number 40 brush. So I'm gonna use the shade Love, which is the pink color right there. I'm just gonna blend my crease a little bit more with the pink. Okay, so this is good if you need precise application, but I'm gonna go in with a clean one next to just buff that out or blend it even more. But for a precise application and blending process in a small area, this is perfect if you don't want to go overboard. It helps if you are the type of person that you don't do a transition shade first, but you do it last. So you don't use it as a transition shade, but just like a pop of color at the end of the look, like I'm doing right now. I always do transition first, but sometimes I want to add a pop of something, and this is one of those perfect brushes. I think she should do sets of 3 for each of the blending brushes because I would definitely get them, but I would get them if they were a little bit discounted. So now I'm gonna grab number 32, clean as it is, and I'm gonna just blend the edges of everything. And I will do again with this mini blending brush. This is the 37 on my lower lash line. Just for the sake of it and wanting to use all the brushes, I'm gonna use the 34 to just do more of that highlight on my Cupid's bow because I think I lost it when I buff it. These are so soft. I'm gonna apply a little bit right here also. And since I made my eyes a little darker, I'm gonna go in with the 04, which is the actual blush brush, and my blush, which is the MAC Bareness Extra Dimension blush. And I'm gonna pack a little bit more of the blush. I know that a lot of the brushes are gonna be holy grail, but These maybe I will use more for contour than for my blush because nothing beats my Achio brush by NARS. Nothing at all so far. I have two of those and they're the perfect blush brush. These angled brushes are not my thing. So it's not that it's a bad one. It's dense and it packs color and it blends it, but it's just not my favorite shape of brush. So it's just about preference. I'm gonna do a technique that I've been loving that I sort of made my own, and this is the number 30 brush. I'm gonna do sort of like a never-ending type of blending of eyeshadow. So I'm gonna grab the shade Incense just a little bit, and I'm gonna just tap off the excess, and I'm gonna just blend it all over here just to give the impression that the eye is smoking out without having a clear ending. I usually do this with my bronzer, but I don't like the powder foundation to do this. So I truly love that technique, and it makes your eyes look so emphasized and beautiful. My lips are done because this is realistically what I do for my lips. And then the only brush that I haven't used, and now I'm thinking that this is the contour brush and this one was the cream everything brush. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of the powder foundation just to use them all, and I'm gonna try and contour and give more depth to my face and see how this one works. So yes, I love this one for contouring better than the other one. It has more movement. The other one is probably the cream one, but I still prefer my Eater brush because I need to do my nose with the same brush. And realistically, guys, I don't use these amount of brushes in one look. It's just not what I do. I just wanted to show them to you. And I'm overall super happy with my first impression of the brushes. I have to say Jaclyn did an amazing job, and Morphe as well. You guys know that Morphe has been kind of growing on me, and I actually want to grab a few more palettes because I've been loving the 3502, and I have the Jaclyn Hill one, the big one, and I like that one, but I prefer the 3502 way more. So I want to grab the 39A and another one that's super neutral and kind of the colors that I love. So let me know if you guys have tried any Morphe palettes and which ones are your favorites that are super pigmented and high quality, because I can't stand crappy eyeshadows. Guys, to finish my eyes, I use the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, which is the one that I've been loving lately. And my thoughts are that if you don't have brushes and you want a starter kit for brushes, these are perfect value for the brushes that you're getting. They're super high quality in my opinion for the price. And I love the case. The case is gonna work wonders for my kit, for me to put all my eye blending brushes, and the rest of them I can carry them separately. But I would happily get another case like this, and I know that Morphe sells it. It's so perfect to set up your brushes. It's nice. I really like it, and it doesn't feel cheap. The glitter, it doesn't come off. It's just engraved with a foiled. I think it has something on top of it to cover it. So I know that you guys will love the brushes. Congratulations to Jaclyn Hill and Morphe for the creation of the brushes. I was waiting for them for a while. And that's everything for this video, guys. Don't forget to go and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, hit the notification bell so that you can be part of my YouTube family. I'm gonna be posting videos back regularly Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's it, guys. Don't forget to leave a comment letting me know what you want to see next on my channel. I have a whole plan. I have a how to wear white t-shirt with black prints in different ways. And I also have a keto journey type of video because yesterday it was my first month on the ketogenic diet. So if you want to see any of those, leave me comments down below. I'm so happy to be back and I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.